All right, we're back in the WD Sports Lounge, and just wanted to. I had this thing in my mind. I wanted to you know drop a video about this real quick. I wanted to give some love to Steph Curry as a player, as like a generational player, and one of one of the great players that we have, and a game changing player. And a lot of people tend to like poop on him, and say that he's not a transcendent player. You know what I mean? They tend to give LeBron more of that leeway than Steph. But if you go back to Steph Curry in the beginning, you know, and also I want to also give some slack to Kevin Durant. But before I do that, let me get to my point about Steph Curry. Steph Curry, when he came into the league, he was drafted, and that Golden State team, people tend to forget that it wasn't a team that was built; it was a team that was drafted together. The development crew and the coaching staff, Mark Jackson and his crew at the time that developed that team to being the team that it turned out to be, and Steve Kerr adding his flavor to it to initially push them over the edge when they parted ways with Mark Jackson. That team was organically built, and it was never really a super team, So you got to give credit to Steph Curry, because Steph Curry was able to help the players around him elevate their levels to a winning percentile, and that's why he was able to win the four championships that he's won. Now, granted, there was some missteps, and injury had a lot to play with that. But if you look at the overall picture, everyone that has played with Steph Curry that's won a championship, when they've left Steph Curry, they've not been able to reciprocate that same winning situation. Whether it be the team that's probably not built or equipped to winning a championship, but let's just call it what it is. When Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors, they won. Granted, he was the best player on that team, on that squad, when he was there, but they still won when he was with Steph Curry. Fast forward, when he left Steph Curry, Kevin Durant has not been able to come close to the NBA Finals yet. The closest he came was when he was in Brooklyn, and he went to 7 games with the Milwaukee Bucks. But when you look at also Klay Thompson, now I know I heard Two Raw say this, that Klay Thompson didn't. He won. Steph Curry only won with Klay Thompson. He has not won without him. But that's still still hasn't been proven as of this point. And I think at this point, to be fair, that Golden State is in a better position to win a championship right now than the Dallas Mavericks are. Case in point that you see Draymond Green, he's stuck with Klay Thompson. He's stuck with Steph Curry, and he's continue winning. His legacy continues to build. And where Klay Thompson now, he's with the Dallas Mavericks. They're struggling, but granted, yeah, he did have injuries, significant injuries that might have hindered his play. But it's still. The point is that Steph Curry does make people better around him, and he makes winners out of people, and he keeps them winning when they're with him. He doesn't win a lot. He wins more than he loses. And I believe that Steph Curry should get more props and more adulations than he actually doesn't get. And now, as far as Kevin Durant goes, I was watching a video with Marcellus Wiley, and they were talking about does Kevin Durant's move taint his legacy? And most people tend to say yes because of how he did it, and he went to a stacked team, and he went to the team that beat them. All right, to a certain degree, that point right there, the fact that he joined the team that beat them without trying to run it back, I would have said he should have run it back. My opinion is, if he would have ran it back and they still could have gotten close or defeated them or whatnot, or didn't, then okay, that's different. But yeah, I mean, I can see that. But we have to remember, even though that team won 73 games and nine losses that season, that was not a super team. That was a built and structured team. You had two hot shooters, and you had a defensive player and Matt Barnes, and all the other players were role players that's helped significantly to make that team that powerhouse that it was. So it was never a team that was built from a free agency standpoint. It was organically built from the draft. So when Kevin Durant joined that team, he was the, although it looked bad, it looked as if it wasn't fair, but he was the difference maker of them winning two championships, and the two MVPs back to back prove that. So I'm not gonna really say it tainted his legacy, because yeah, granted, on paper he joined a team that won 73 games, but at the same time it wasn't a super team. He joined a team through free agency that had the availability to do it. That's just smart basketball to me. Yeah, but hey, they it looks stacked, but hey, you can't blame the front office for organically building a team compared to buying a team. I respect that all day. So with that said, with Kevin Durant, I feel like, in my opinion, it doesn't really taint his legacy. There were things that he could have done better. I would have said if he would have ran it back, it would have further bettered his legacy. But at the same time, I don't think him going to Golden State tainted his legacy. I think he will be a Hall of Famer. He'll still go down as one of the greatest shooters. And he might have that. I mean, granted, there's going to be people that's going to feel differently, but that's just my opinion on it. I just wanted to give those two guys grace, So shout outs to Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. And let me know what you think about this. This my opinion. What do you think about this video? Excuse me. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Drop your thoughts and leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. This is the WD Sports Lounge, and catch you later.